So as a whole, our place is doing all right. It's a little chilly, supposed to get down, I think, to 14 tonight, which is not good, but it is what it is. And I'd love to hear you guys commenting down below in regards to how it's doing in your neck of the woods. What your temps have been would be pretty interesting, and especially, if you've got any cold damage. Looks like we are going to have some on our muscadines. Let's hope that it's not detrimental long term. We will see. Dean Family Acres. All right, guys. So we've got snow. So I'm check on everything, see how everything's doing, and hopefully everything will be doing all right. All right, guys, let's walk around and see how everything's looking. We'll check the upper orchard first. So, looks like everything's doing pretty well up here. Covered with snow. Thankfully it's not too cold yet. We're supposed to get super cold tonight. It's supposed to be down into the teens, but man, it's pretty out here. Folks keep asking us how things are going on our muscadines with all this freezing, because honestly those and the figs are the main ones we're worried about. Let me show you exactly how we piled up that soil and hay, how it's looking. Like it's got a pretty good insulation layer there. I think we might be all right on those. Look how much that hay just definitely helped insulate it. Got an empty spot here, don't forget about that. We got to figure out what we're going to put there. Overall, I think that's looking well. Let's check on these Ruby Crisp, because we know Ruby Crisp are the main ones that we've had issues with in regards to cold damage. This is our young vine that we've been kind of babying along. I might should have put these cordons down in, but it's okay. So that's our hay piled up on that one. Might have some dieback this year. Oh boy. See that? That does not look great, y'all. But that snow will kind of insulate it. Ruby Crisp here has a little bit of damage too. It's cold damage. Kind of see how it's cracking there. Let's hope it doesn't kill it all the way back. All right, guys, now let's look at our blueberries. See here, we got a row of Tiff Blue, row of Powder Blue, row of Climax, and then these are our Premier and our Titan. And then we've got two more up there on the top that we've added. You'll see those next week. Man, it's some powdery snow. We don't hardly see anything like this. Alright, so there is our crabapple, the Frankenstein pear, Supposed to be Korean giant there. A Bartlett and a Kiefer, I always get those mixed up. I have to look at my planting video. And then we've got, let's see, Golden, Dorset, and then we have an Anna, and then that there. I always get those mixed up too. I'm pretty certain I alternated those. Our other apples that we've got planted there, everything looking great. Plums, let's hope everything comes through. The only one is that one next to the pot. Looked like a mole or vole kind of got some of the roots, so I kind of replanted it. Let's hope it recovers. This black ruby plum looks absolutely great. You can tell we're in the South when you don't have those fancy gloves that you can touch the screen with. Next, let's walk down and see how things are doing on the lower end and our blackberries and that edibles bed. And last, we'll check our figs and the chickens. Here's our peaches. We already pruned some of those back. Got a little bit more to do, but what we got so far. Little persimmons we're going to try and graft this year. More peaches, more persimmons. All right, guys, now let's get over here and see exactly how the figs are doing, at least our in-ground figs. Alright guys, looks like Colonel Lippman's Black Cross. Alright guys, looks like that Colonel Lippman's Black Cross is doing pretty well. Snow kind of insulating everything. Chicago Hardy, again, I don't really think it needs this, but okay. Mission Black. Bryant Dark. And then our Alma is buried there, of course. Looks like the chickens are being pretty smart and staying inside. I'm gonna check on them and give them a little bit of food and scratch. They'll be all right. right, guys, got 3 eggs. A little chilly. Take my glove off. This is why us in the south are not really built for this, to be honest. Take these eggs in and then I'll walk back out here to the edibles bed. Looks like I need to work on my pomegranate. Boy, made the handoff. All right, let's go show you this edibles bed and then I'm getting inside. My daughter asked me how long I was planning on being out here. I looked awfully overdressed. I said, I don't know, but I didn't want to get cold. Let me spin you around here. All right, guys, here's our edibles bed. Little Miss Figgy. We got pineapple guavas. These are pomegranates. You can see it blew off there. I'll pull it back around. Tanashi. Persimmon. Y'all have seen a lot of these if you hadn't checked this out before. Got a Fuyu, Robinson crab apple. Got a shell apple. And it looks like the blooms are barely holding off. Well, might be perfect. And I got strawberries under each of these beds here and here, and then we got our kiwi on this trellis here. So as a whole, our place is doing all right. It's a little chilly, supposed to get down I think to 14 tonight, which is not good, but it is what it is. And I'd love to hear you guys commenting down below in regards to how it's doing in your neck of the woods. What your temps have been would be pretty interesting, and especially, you know, if you've got any cold damage. Looks like we are going to have some on our muscadines. Let's hope that it's not detrimental long term. We will see. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, share, all that good stuff. And we will see you next Sunday. And don't forget to check out, we're trying to do a few shorts each week. Most weeks. Last week we didn't because I'm pretty certain we had a flu bug. So looking forward to hearing you guys comments and feedback, and hopefully you guys are planning on working towards some new goals here for 2026. Thanks so much, guys. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed one.